Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Good day for me. I was not feeling good today, but feeling better now. Bit of a sore throat and a cough, so took some cold meds. I'm cool. It's the winter. It happens. Uh, Mike Allstott, last of the great fullbacks. Anyway, what, let's just do a fun video. Just no reviews or anything. Let's just do a fun video. No bottles, nothing. Let's just you and me. Let's have a conversation. Um, it's going to be 10 fragrances. I think personally, personal choice, that everybody should try. 10 fragrances I think every man should try. I'm not saying you're going to like these fragrances. I'm not saying you're going to hate these fragrances. I'm not saying everybody around you is going to like these fragrances. These are ones that I like. Some of them are classic, some of them are new, some of them are expensive, some of them are niche, some of them are drugstore aftershave. It's all over the place. But you really got to get your nose on these ones. With the expensive ones, I wouldn't necessarily buy a full bottle. Try to get a decant or go to a store if you can. If you got a store near you where you can sample them. But don't blind buy any of these. Don't take this from me saying these are blind buy worthy. I don't believe a whole lot is blind buy worthy unless you just have no other choice. Then, if there's a choice, go with the testing first as much as you can. So let's just get right into it, guys. So this would just be a little fun video. I thought, why not? I really, like I said, I wasn't feeling too well earlier today, so I really didn't put anything on. Not to lie, I did wear Eau Sauvage today, but I just talked about that a little while ago. But I really like that. It's so classic and masculine. But anyway, but let's get into the video now that I've rambled for 2.5 minutes. So yeah, have to try. First, we're gonna go with a combo from Creed, and that's Green Irish Tweed and Aventus. Again, I know they're super expensive. I know they're hard to get. Can't walk into most stores to buy them. But if you can sample them, and you should sample them. Simply put, Green Irish Tweed is a great. It is great. You need to smell it if possible, guys. The clones like Armaf Trade Away, or the twist ones like Armaf Le Parfait, and the list goes on and on with the clones and whatnot, twists and stuff, are completely awesome on their own. That Le Parfait is just get that, guys, if you can, because it's a great fragrance on its own. And the inspiration stuff like Cool Water and Aspen are good and all will get you part of the way there, but none of them give you that touch of class, refinements, sophistication, whatever you want to call it, that the Creed does. There's just something about the Creed, honestly. There really is something about the Creed. Aventus, same as GIT. All of the clones and inspiration get you really close. And some, like Mont Blanc Explorer, some of you, myself included, may like better than some of the newer batch variations of Aventus. Again, there's just something about if you can get a test at an earlier batch of Aventus, honestly. Any batch of Aventus, but especially the earlier batch of Aventus, you get that Creed vibe, that just speaks money, just screams money. It really is. Again, at least the older batches do. I can't speak for the newer batches. I've only ever tested a few of the older batches, so I've heard the newer stuff isn't quite as good, but I'm in no rush to try them. I've already tried Creed, so I prefer Mont Blanc Sport, like I said, over the couple new batches of Creed that I tried. So yeah. And like I said, you still have to try Green Irish Tweed and Aventus simply just to compare the dupes. If you're just buying dupes, which is fine, that's all I generally buy of them now. But that's because I have had samples, decants, whatever you want to call them, of those fragrances. And, I'm perfectly fine with the dupes, but they still should be tested simply because they are that good. They really are. Uh, Hopefully you got a friend who has them or you got a store, because buying a decant still be a little pricey. Um, Speaking of green Irish tweed inspired by fragrance, uh, Cody Aspen. This one has a lot of similarities. The fresh green, woody aspect, but this has more emphasis on the woods and watery freshness than the Creed Green Irish Tweed does. Um, Admittedly, the new stuff, the new Aspen, I have a bottle of it and a bottle of the old Aspen, doesn't last as long, but for the $10 or so, you could pick this up. It's worth every penny, guys. But I mean, it's a great fragrance. Yes, you have to reapply it every 3 or 4 hours and relatively heavily, but it's $5 or $10. Buy if $10, buy 5 bottles. It was $50. And I mean, if you really like it, buy one first, and then just reapply it. Bring the bottle, put it in your pocket. Comes in a bottle you can put in your pocket, right? So why not? Now we're gonna hit a real classic up. Old Spice, the classic aftershave. It's warm, deep, spicy, sweet, with an ambery vanilla, clove, nutmeg, cinnamon kind of combo, but surprisingly has a nice, clean, fresh vibe to it. It's not just this dense, spicy, woody vanilla fragrance. It's got a freshness to it. The lavender's in there, giving it a bit of a soapy vibe. Um, I mean, it's Old Spice. It's cheap, but good. It really is. It's better than you think, and worth the $5, $10 you can pick it up for. Insert generic drugstore name here. Walmart or something. Walgreens, Shoppers, Lawtons. You know, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I got out of the shower not 10 minutes ago. I got some soap up my nose. I said I have allergies, so stuff like that kind of bothers me a bit. Chewy. Forgive me, please. Next, getting into a little more expensive stuff. Well, the Creeds were super expensive, but I mean, stuff you can go into like Sephora and pick up. And Prada Luna Rosa Black. Musky, woody, powdery, warm fragrance, classy and gentlemanly. Uh, Julie, holy goodness, like gentlemanly, powdery, like without being overbearing. The fragrance is not a alpha male-ish. It's not going to push right out there. Uh, it lasts on your skin, gives you a nice soft bubble for a good long time, but it's never a beast performer. But this type of fragrance shouldn't be. Sorry to pause it there. So if you like powdery scents, gentlemanly kind of powdery scents, um, that aren't, like I said, in your face, in people's faces, perfect fragrance for you. It's probably my go-to uh, powdery scent. It's the best way I can describe it. So let's go with what are we at? Number 6 now, I think, somewhere around there. It doesn't matter. There's gonna be 10 of them. The original Amal. I mean, what can I say about the mall that that you don't know? Nothing. Most people know it. Same as Prada Black. If you like powdery scents, it's a must try. Lists, unlike Prada, does give you a little sweetness and a more classic fougere kind of barbershoppy, soapy kind of vibe to it. The dry down, that classic masculine scent, and the lavender, like I said. Whereas in Prada, or the powderiness, like in Prada, is done more almost like a talcum powder kind of masculine vibe. In the Lamal, it's more of a sweeter, cleaner vanilla, powdery vanilla. Really good though, really good. You got to give Lamal a try. I don't know who hasn't, but you can walk in any department store again and try them all. So give it a try. Azaro Pour Homme. Speaking of classic, barbershop fougere type fragrances, does it get any more classic than this beast? Soapy, clean, spicy, leather and woods, like you just took a shower and shaved. Uh, Maybe Drakkar, which could have made this list easily, might be give it some competition for the best, most classic. Maybe not the best, but the most classic kind of barbershop fragrance. Uh, and women still love this kind of smell. Like I said, it's soapy, clean, masculine. Boom. Give it a try. Just give it a try. Surprise, I say, would be Polo 67, the newest one on here, easily. And I say it every time, I didn't expect to like this as much as I did. I didn't think this was going to be as good as it was. I really do like this fragrance, especially for that new modern masculine, fruity, sweet, woody, aromatic, fresh, somewhat aquatic. I shouldn't like that style of fragrance. It's not my style, but this one has that touch of Polo Class. Just it's not too sweet, it's not too aromatic, it's not too woody, it's just the right amount of everything in this fragrance. And to me, it's quickly become my favorite go-to, modern masculine, thank you, Invictus type fragrance. Though it doesn't smell like Invictus, just that Invictus started that whole, as far as I know anyway, I could be wrong, but to me, it at least popularized it. That the whole modern masculine, sweet, fresh, you know, fuzzy, woody, aromatic kind of fragrance, right? With a touch of an aquatic vibe to it. So yeah, it's just surprisingly, I like it. Really do. And speaking of Invictus, everything I just said about it. You know, all the fragrances is inspired, all the money it's made, everybody that wears it. Um, Again, fresh, sweet, aromatic, woody, blah 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 blah. Uh, I'm not a super fan of Invictus. I've grown to like it as time gone on a lot more. Uh, but I can't deny the impact. Like I said, you got to give the devil its due. And this is, like I said, the OG. You've got to try it. Just to say you've tried it if you haven't tried it. Because a lot of people I know, when they talk about it, I don't like Invictus. I don't like the Invictus style fragrances. I don't like this. But I've never really tried Invictus. You might like Invictus. Look at me with Polo 67 and YSL, the original Y. Two fragrances I shouldn't like because of that style. YSL myself is another one. But I really do like. It's just a matter of how they're done, right? I don't find Polo 67 and YSL Y and YSL Live or whatever it is, YSL myself, that's what it is, to be too youthful. That's the big thing. They're not immature. They're youthful, but they're not immature. I guess it would be the best. And you might think that about Invictus, so give it a try. It's the OG. You got to give it a try. And last but not least, at least for this list now, is the original Boss bottle, guys. Warm, fresh, sweet, fruity, apple pie, cinnamon, sandalwood, vanilla, giving it, like I said, a spicy, fresh, slightly sweet, creamy vibe to it. Class in a bottle again, another one that's just class in a bottle. Now I understand the apple pie thing that people say about it smells like, it doesn't smell like, you just American pied an apple pie, if you know what I mean. If you've seen that movie, you know what I mean. It doesn't smell like you rolled around in an apple pie. But using your imagination and interpretation, like I said, it's got a bit of a creaminess and a bit of a waxy dough vibe from the sandalwood and the apple in there and the cinnamon. You could close your eyes with a bit of artistic interpretation, imagination. You can say, yes, I can see the apple pie comparison, but this is not a gourmand. You're not going to put it on and go, ooh, that smells like apple pie. It's just the easiest way that most people can describe it. So I know you've probably heard it for years and years, and you think you don't want, I'm not gonna like that. Uh, I don't want to smell like an apple pie, but it doesn't smell like apple pie. It just has a faint similarity with a lot of imagination to say it smells like an apple pie. It's a fresh, spicy, slightly sweet, slightly creamy fragrance. Again, with a touch of class. So that's it for this list, guys. That's 10 of them. Geez, this list could have been 100, to tell you the truth. I mean, I could have left out a lot. And, there's so many I left out. I'll come back and do another list like this in the future. I'll do probably 10 of them easy. I mean, but not right away. Like, let this one rest. And so that's it, guys. Yeah, tell me what you think of the list. Do you think anything that I put on my list shouldn't be here? I mean, we're not going to like everything. Maybe you've tried all of them and you don't like any of them. Maybe you tried all of them and you love every one of them. Again, this isn't saying these are great fragrances and they're going to be for everybody and you should go out and get them right away. No, this is try them if you haven't. Try them if you haven't even recently, because, if you tried them a year or two or three more than years ago, your palate changes, and you may hated it 2 or 3 years ago, and you'll spray it, smell it again, and be like, man, I really do like that. Or it's not as bad as I thought, Or you vice versa can happen too. You might spray something, you might have smelled Invictus 5-10 years ago and be like, man, I really like that. You might even got a bottle and wore it out, got something else late after, and you go back and spray it now and be like, what was I thinking? Taste change. So, but those are 5 or 10 you should at least try, as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, there'll be more, but I just want to do a 5-hour video because I can probably do 100 easy. So, give them a try, guys. And sorry about the sneezing. Like I said, I got in the shower. I got the new soap. Old Spice, one of the Old Spice soaps. I can't remember what it was, and it's really affected my. Got some soap up my nose when I was showering, and been like this for the last 15-20 minutes now. So, but I still wanted to do the video. Lord knows I was going to wait till it stops, but sometimes this goes on for hours. Sometimes it stops in 10 minutes. I mean, it's just how it goes. So anyway, guys, that's it. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.